Hey guys, it's Tinker Tailor here today, and I am bringing you a disgusting build. I'm gonna just let you know straight off the bat, it's gross. It's such a gross build, and I love it. So, I wanted to do a motel build, and obviously I have, but I didn't want, I've been struggling with pretty builds, so I wanted to do something kind of a little bit horrendous, a little bit yucky. And I started to build it and I got very overwhelmed and very lost, and this is not the first attempt, but this is very similar to the first attempt. It's a very similar, I'd say the layout is the same or very similar, but not much else. I changed the style and kind of just let my imagination run wild. I tried to do that the first time, but I guess I wasn't in the right imagination mood, I guess. I did want it to be kind of like gross and run down and whatever. But then I changed my mind. I thought I'd just have it gross, but still functional. So that's what we have here today, is gross but functional motel. I'm still needing to playtest it, which I will do quite soon. Because I need to playtest it before I can tell you whether or not it's usable, but it really should be. So yeah, I'll playtest it before as I'm uploading it, and add it to the description to let you know if anything needs to be changed, which hopefully it doesn't, because I don't like having to change things, but I will, just to make sure it's playtestable if need be. But anyway, yeah, I kind of got inspired. I wanted to do the motel build for a while, and then I was watching a show, and there was a gross looking motel in it, and I thought it would be amazing to do myself, so I decided, yeah, let's do it. Let's do a motel that's like just as gross as this one. So it's not the same. I didn't actually see that motel in the like in the show. I didn't get to see the exterior, but I saw the interior, and that was all I needed, because I had the exterior pretty okay, but I didn't have the interior. So yeah, I'm hoping you find it just as gross as I do, and I really hope you guys use it, because, well, look how gross it is. I made it gross intentionally. There are, I can't count, 12 rooms, I think. So there are color schemed rooms. So there are 2 of each color. I think it's blue, orange, pink, green, red, and brown. So the floor below it, if you're in the red room, if you're on the top floor, the one below you is also red. But if you're in the blue one on the bottom floor, the one above you is also blue. So the 2 of each kind color. I'm not explaining this in a way that makes sense. You'll see in the screenshots at the very end, if you're trying to figure out what I'm saying. Long story short, the room on the immediate right, where that red van is, that is the brown room, both downstairs and upstairs. That's what I'm trying to say. They're the same colors above and below each other. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, cool. Fantastic. That was English. I'm glad we did that. Yeah, and I kind of based it off the bathtubs. So, yeah, if you hate it, then, sorry. That's, like, it's gross, but I love it. I love how gross it is. I think this is probably a motel, that's the word. A motel that actually exists somewhere. That I hope I never have to see, because look at this horrendous carpet. I was showing my roommate, and apparently the carpet I use in the orange and brown rooms, the orange and brown I use a lot of similar colors in. But like a lot of the colors that are in there. Apparently, yeah, that brown and orange rug, or it's not rug, the carpet apparently looks like giraffe skin, and I absolutely agree. And the green one kind of looks like iguana scales or something like that, which I find absolutely fascinating. Like, it's so weird and cool that we can have these horrendous carpets that look like that. The red and black one looks like lava to me as well. So yeah, if you have all these different vibes, we can fit it for you. If you hate this place, sorry, we've only got disgusting rooms. Which I love. I love how gross they are, and I love just, like, you can tell that somebody thought that this was a fantastic idea and it looked amazing. And people walk in and go, really? Like, this is kind of gross. But it looks so, like, good for being bad. I love it so much. And I just, like, it's supposed to look horrendous. It's supposed to, like, look like it doesn't match and work together. Because it doesn't. And I love that. I really had fun trying to make this look as bad as possible. Yeah, it's not great. It's horrible, and I love it. I think I need to do more builds like this. And if you disagree, and you don't want to see builds like this, please let me know. And please give me tips on how to not be so horrendous, because apparently all I can do is absolutely horrendous builds like this, which I love. I'm not even mad at that. Like, it's so bad that it's good. I would have done a little bit more in terms of, like, maybe adding funky wallpaper and whatnot, but I didn't want to overwhelm the eye. I mean, it's already massively overwhelmed, but I didn't want to overwhelm it too much, you know? So, yeah, I decided, just the grungy, yucky wallpaper instead. And, yeah, it's disgusting, and I'm here for it every day of the week. So, you hate it. Sorry. If you want to see, like, actually genuinely good builders who do amazingly beautiful builds, check out, it's linked in my channel, either on the homepage or the channel, like the home tab or the channels tab. There are some builders that I've linked there for you that are, like, my absolute favorite builders, and they are amazing, and they could probably build this same build that I've just done and make it look good. Like, make it look amazing. So, yeah, if you want to check them out and see good builds, I think I'm gonna, after, like, I've got one more build where I've got to be good, but I think for a little bit, I'm gonna be leaning into the absolutely most horrendous, ugly builds I can possibly do, just for fun. I think so many times people do these beautiful builds that are just beautiful and lovely and fantastic, and everyone's like, how do you do that? It's so amazing. And I'm in that team of, like, how do you do that? That's amazing. I wish I could. But at the moment, I'm feeling a little chaotic, so we're gonna go with chaos. Because that's just how I feel right now. I feel chaotic. So yeah, if you want to see more chaos, I'm gonna try and provide it. The next couple of videos will be, it's a big build that I'm gonna be doing. I still haven't finished it. I got half an hour into it and then got overwhelmed and quit. But we're gonna do that build because I promised a roommate I would do that build for them. But other than that, yes, we're going to delve into some utter chaos. I feel like I'm gonna do just some, like, horrendously colored builds for a while and lean heavily into that because, yeah, like I said, I just feel a little chaotic. So if you want to feel chaotic and join in on, like, chaos, definitely drop a sub. But if you want to see beautiful builds, definitely go subscribe to the people in my channel, linked in my channel, because they absolutely deserve it. They are amazing, and I completely understand if you don't want to see horrendous builds like this. Because that's all you'll be getting here, really. Is just ugly, ugly, ugly builds that are meant to be ugly. And I love them. I love them so much. I'm not even, yeah, I'm not even upset that this is the direction I'm leaning into. Like, I don't have to, but I'm choosing to, so, yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it on that front of horrendousness. I didn't even use tool mod on this one. Like, I feel like I could have, and I definitely need to delve more into tool mod because it's amazing. But yeah, feeling a little overwhelmed with nice, normal, pretty builds, so we're just gonna go full chaos. And then once I feel a little less chaotic, I will try and delve into fixing that. I really have the craziest ideas that are, like, horrendous. So I'm gonna try and do them, as I've said multiple times already in this video. I'm a little rambly today. I'm very tired, and I've just been outside in the rain, so I've melted a little bit. Yeah, anyway. That's kind of as far as my brain has gone in the thinking zone. I don't really do thinking very well sometimes, and apparently right now is one of them. Anyway, yeah, I just got another idea looking at this video when I was placing the chairs down in the check-in area. It reminded me of another scene from the same TV show that I've been obsessively watching at the moment, and I kind of want to build that building. Not entirely sure how it would look on the outside, but I feel like it would be lots of fun to build. So, yeah. Anyway, if you have been also following along with the A to Z challenge, I'm going to be posting the voting forms on my Instagram stories, so check that out. If you're a part of it and you want to share the link, go crazy. The more people who vote, the better. Because they're amazing builds and I want to see what everyone thinks and feels about them. And other than that, yeah, the challenge, I've still got to schedule a bunch of the posts for this month, but I'm going to do that a bit later because I have a bunch of work to do. I've got a lot of things to do, but this chaos was the first priority on my list today. So this chaos is what you're getting. Yeah. I spent forever looking for that tea, I don't even know what to call it, like the tea thing, because it was just hidden from me. I could not find it for the life of me, and I was about to give up and type in to try and find it, but I gave up on that, and it was just before I gave up. So, yeah, I wish there was a slightly better organizational way of finding things, but I also feel like there's already so many different tabs and things like that that if we got extras, it would just be so overwhelming. Like, think about all, like, the clutter items. If they broke them up into rooms, well, then what if the rooms are different to the rooms we would normally use them in? Or what if it's just a miscellaneous category and now we've got to figure out how to find it in the miscellaneous? I feel like they've done an okay job with what they can do. I can't think of how they could better organize it, but if you have a better idea, I'm absolutely 1000% here to listen to it because it's insane that there's so many items in the game. I'd love to know how many items are in the game, like debug and everything. How many different objects, that's the word, objects are in the game, in the build mode category. I want to know, like, all of how many debug items and how many live edit items and how many other just like normal items there are. Because there's probably a lot, and trying to sort through them all is intense, to say the least. Yeah, trying to find everything is you have to memorize it all. So I feel kind of I don't feel bad for new players, but like people who haven't played in a while or haven't like have never played and then they start playing and then they have to deal with like 1,000 different things just in each tab. Like the choices for toilets alone is overwhelming. I think it's utterly insane that there's so many toilets. I love the choices we have because I don't think I would have been able to do what I've done in this build without all the choices, but it's also insane that we have so many choices. But anyway, we are going to head into the screenshots, and I love this. I love how sad this build is, and just, like, I don't want to say miserable, but also miserable. Like, you bet your bottom dollar the half of the people here are trying to run away from something, and this is the place they end up, and I don't know, I'd love to know the stories of the people who end up in this place. I find people's stories to be, quite fascinating. Here are the horrendous rooms. Let me know if you would ever stay here. And what would make you stay here? Like, would you choose to, or like, would there have to be a circumstance in your life that would make you stay here? Personally, I would have to be on the run for my life to stay here. I could not. I'm just imagining how dirty it would be, and I think I would have a breakdown over that. And it's also so ugly. So ugly. I don't even know which room would be I would say probably the orange, or like the brown room, the one at the very end, would probably be the least bad. I don't know. But anyway, thank you for coming to check out my absolutely horrendous build. If you hate it, fantastic. If you love it, even better. Like I mentioned earlier, if you like it, please subscribe. If you hate it, check out the other people who are way better. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video, hopefully. Bye, guys.